What's up, friends? Welcome back to this YouTube channel. And today I really want to talk with you about a personal brand. And so, if you don't know, you already have one. You already have a personal brand. Because if you just ask a question, what the personal brand is, I would say that it's everything. It's your skills, your foundation, your knowledge, your experience, your opinions about something. And this is what personal brand means. And I believe that every person already has it. But now we have this problem. Do I really need it? Do I really need a personal brand for myself? Because I'm not this, entrepreneur or a businessman or I don't know, like influencer. Do I really need about it? And probably no. I mean, if you don't care about social media, if you don't want to build any theme, like big the company or project or something like this, you probably don't need it, by the way. Yeah, so you can just scroll and just start watching other videos. But if you are this kind of person who wants to become, who wants to build something big, maybe you're tired of working 5 days a week and you want to change something in your life. So I believe that you need a personal brand. And let me tell you a little story. As you guys know, I mean, these people who have been watching my content for a while, I'm originally from Russia, right? I'm a Russian man who came to this country more like 6 or even almost 7 years ago. And back at that time, I remember that when I was living in Russia, of course, we already had social media, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, but I didn't really want to use it as a personal brand because I didn't know that personal brand could even exist. When I was working as a videographer, right, we were making a lot of weddings, a lot of corporate videos, the stuff like this. And to be honest, I didn't really care about the clients. I don't know how is that possible, but I always have these people around me, that could potentially bring me a customer or a client, some word of mouth, some recommendations. And I've never posted anything on social media back in that time. And to be honest, it just doesn't work like this anymore. Not at all. It doesn't work, my brand. It's done, officially, all right? In 2025, it is impossible. Because when I just stop posting something on social media, people just forget me just like this in the next 24 hours, maybe, a couple of weeks in the best way scenario. And the problem here that if you're still living in 2005, 2009, 2015, even 2020 maybe, right? So you're old as five as well as me. I'm 32 years old. And if you haven't built anything yet, if you never show up on social media, this is a huge problem right now. Just trust me. And I'll explain you why. So when I was living in Russia, I didn't care, like I told you, about anything about my personal brand, about social media, and I still had the clients. When I just came to this country, I realized that okay. I mean, there are so many rich guys, there are so many professionals, like talented people around me, and most of them, I mean, they trying to build something, but some of them just don't know about personal brand. It was in 2019, 2020. Right now, what I see, because I still make content for social media. I run a little agency here in Los Angeles, and we work with influencers. We work with like brands and companies, and I've been making music videos for a while. So right now, I see a huge difference in the market than it was like in 2019 and right now. And for me, it doesn't make sense. And it's even a little bit unprofessional when I make a music video for you and you never post it. Yes, I know. I mean, if the music video looks like a shit, I wouldn't post it, right? That's okay. But if we get a good one, I mean, if it looks professional, we get some models, nice equipment, nice lighting, the storyline, so music video or just a random video looks very cool, cinematic. So why wouldn't you post? Why wouldn't you, share a story behind it, some behind the scenes, a little bit feedback, a little about, something for your audience. And here's the problem, like most people don't really understand how it works. Most people that I work with, if I'm making a music video for them or like content creation, they don't really understand why is this for. They still think that if I drop just one piece of content and I start running some ads on Facebook and everything, it's enough. Like the next day I'll wake up and I'll see a lot of customers, a lot of leads, coming to my business, and I'll be rich in a couple of weeks, couple of months. But no, man, it doesn't work like this. Because right now, what we see If you don't have your personal brand, it's really difficult to run your business. It's really difficult to have just a logo because there is no people behind the logo. People don't trust you anymore. This is why you need to show up. And here is another story. So on my second year, I finally started making money in this country. I finally started making music videos. And I remember the day when I show up on the set, we were making a music video, and I just have a question. Why did you choose to work with me? Why didn't you choose someone else who speaks much more better than me because I have an accent, I'm a Russian guy? I mean, they probably don't even trust me because, mafia, KGB, Putin, with stuff like this. So why would you choose me instead of like Americans who probably charge you less and do something, kind of like this? And I remember they told me that they liked my personal brand. I mean, they say my personality, like the way how I speak, the way how I communicate, the way how I show up. And this is the reason why people choose you sometimes. Because if you just start sharing your story, okay, I go to the gym, here is my bunny, we're walking outside, right now I'm reading a book, right now I'm, on my way to a set or, whatever you're doing right now, you just share a story. This is how you start building a trust. And if people trust you, they will buy a product from you or a service, whatever, you do right now. And this is why I started making content on YouTube, on Instagram, LinkedIn, X. Every time, for example, when I make a long video that you're watching right now, right, the next step would be to cut it to like 5 to maybe 10 different short pieces of content that I will posting, within a week or something. This is how I do it. But now you might be thinking, but all right, I don't really want to do this. I don't really have time. I mean, I'm this kind of old person, but let me tell you something. This is what I realized just a couple of months ago, right? I remember that when I was younger, I always used to work with someone who is much more older than me. When I'm talking about weddings, corporate videos, some commercial videos, whatever. Because I was younger, and I also used to work with someone who is older. Makes sense, right? Because the older you are, the more experience you have. And of course, now you have this company and you're looking for, some talent, some young professionals to work with you to do something for your company. But right now, I'm 32 years old. And when I start reaching out some real estate agents, some construction companies, yes, most of them are still older than I. But some of them, they're young. They're like 20, 25, 30. So they're in the same age. And this is the future. In the next 5 to 10 years, you'll be older and you'll be working with the same people. And here's the thing. These people, as well as you guys have been using social media for almost whole life. I mean, I am this person who, I was born in 1993. So I remember when I was growing up in my childhood, we didn't use social media. We didn't even have a phone. I used to go outside without a phone for the first like 7 to 10 years maybe. And then, I saw the phone, my first phone in my life. But right now, time is different. Right now, if you ask a young person, how do you call someone? How do you answer when someone is calling you? They just do something like this. I do something like this because I'm old as fuck, right? If you just want to roll the window down, this is how you show it. Just like this because you're old as fuck. But the young generation, they just use their finger just to roll the window down. And yeah, this is the point. You need a personal brand. You need to start showing up on social media if you don't want to. And by the way, if you don't want to, if you don't have much time, here I am. I can help you with that. Just reach me out. You have my email right there. You have my social media links. And if you're looking for someone like me who can run your social media, who can manage your social media, let's do this. And I'll be happy to do something like this because I have experience. And the reason why, again, I'm doing something like this because I know that in the future, this is what AI will never replace. I mean, robots, electronics, all the stuff is coming to our life, and I mean, there is nothing you can do about it. I mean, this is our future. Have you seen these videos when, just robots walking on streets somewhere in Texas or California, in China, right? I mean, it looks cute right now, but I believe that this is how they prepare us to believe that these robots are cute. And in the next 5 to 10 years, maybe early, everything will be replaced by robots, by AI. So Forbes, the magazine, said that a personal brand will be never replaced by AI, by robots. And this is another reason why you need to show up. and start building your reputation and the trust. Alright guys, if you like this video, make sure that you subscribe, put it down up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Всем пока.